So, the shootings in Texas, are part of what now is becoming a long list of such incidents in the U.S. The country has been a hotbed of mass shootings, with only Brazil having, witnessed more shootings than the United States. Here's a short history of some of the worst mass shootings in the U.S. over the last couple of years. 6 people were killed and several others injured after gunmen opened fire in Illinois. A disgruntled former employee at the Henry Platt factory was later identified as the perpetrator. He was released from his position 2 weeks before the incident, and this triggered the shooting spree. This is in February. Now, next 2 people were killed and 4 others wounded after a gunman opened fire at a university in North Carolina. In Charlotte, the incident happened during the last day of spring classes at the university. The 22-year-old gunman was a former history undergraduate at the college. This was earlier this year as well. The shooting at Virginia Beach left 11 people dead and a further 6 injured. This was again a disgruntled employee who lost control of his emotions. He opened fire at a municipal building near the beach and was later shot dead by the police officers. Just last week, in fact, there was another mass shooting at a garlic festival in California in which 16 people were shot and 4 people lost their lives in that terrible tragedy. The gunman in that case was also a teenager who later died of self-inflicted wounds. In November 2018, a former Marine who was deployed in Afghanistan opened fire at a country music club in California. He killed a dozen people before taking his own life. In October 2018, a gunman opened fire at a Tree of Life synagogue in Pittsburgh. The attack claimed the lives of 11 people. To date, it remains the most deadliest attack on Jews in America. School shootings are also rampant in the U.S. In May 2018, a 17-year-old teenager opened fire at a school in Santa Fe. He killed 8 students and 2 teachers. The accused had even laid explosives around the school's premises. And going back a year further, in November 2017, a discharged Air Force pilot opened fire at a church in Sutherland Springs. He used an AR-type firearm that is an automatic rifle, to shoot up at the congregation, killing almost 24 people. Then there was a shooting at a music festival in Las Vegas. The accused opened fire from the second floor of a casino and killed 58 people and injured more than 500. When the police stormed his room, the accused had killed himself and had laid the entire room with explosives. So though these are individual cases, there are certain overarching patterns. Disgruntled employees, former Marines, teenagers with experiences of being bullied. Mental health issues are also an important factor in these mass shootings, much like gun control. And let's shift focus now to Hong Kong, where the anti-government protesters are out on the streets once again, a day after violent clashes between the protesters and the police. The demonstrators have come out in thousands in Hong Kong's Po Su Park to demand democratic reforms. Last night, the police had fired multiple tear gas rounds in confrontation with the black-clad activists in the city's Kowloon area. Hong Kong police had arrested more than 20 people suspected of crimes including unlawful assembly and assault. Hong Kong has been rocked with nearly 2 months of mass demonstrations. They began as protests against the now suspended extradition bill, but have since ballooned into a broader call for greater democratic rights and government accountability. A central demand of the largely leaderless movement is an independent investigation into alleged police abuse, including tactics used against protesters and the authorities. Response to the mob attack in a commuter rail station that left 44 people injured. Amid all of the chaos, a heartwarming story for Hong Kong. A couple has emerged. Now, Elaine and Henry tied the knot even after they were slapped with writing charges after violence broke out during the demonstrations on July 28th. And the two were amongst those charged with and appeared in court. However, this has not dampened the couple's love for their city. After the wedding registry, they emphatically declared that we belong to Hong Kong.
香港喺近呢10年8年咧，其實有一份愛係已經慢慢咁消失咗。喺呢一段咁短嘅時間，我係見到呢一份愛係慢慢出現翻，所以其實我係好感動。係，我而家好 proud of Hong Kong。